Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. And in this video, I'm going to be taking a quick look at Bitcoin. I'm recording this on Saturday, the 14th of January at 10:40 in the morning UK time. And as you can see, Bitcoin has got rather interesting. It's risen 20% in the last 7 days. So currently it's at the price of $20,358.75 at time of recording, according to CoinGecko.com. And Ethereum has risen 19.2% and is now 1.514.36 cents, according to CoinGecko. And I hope that during the doldrums of the recent bear market, you were picking up. Remember, this is a long-term game. That's the way to play it.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Now, if you want to preserve your security and your privacy, go check out the Apollo wallet, which I think is the most secure wallet going. Use my affiliate link for a discount. So let's start with the monthly chart of Bitcoin. This is from CoinMarketCap. And what you can see here, pay particular attention to it, I am anyway, right, is this blue trend line. So the price hasn't broken through that trend line since... Oh, actually, where it started, I'm starting it from April 2022. And what we want is for Bitcoin to close above that trend line for this month, and that will represent a serious, significant breakout. Now, the longer term timeframes are always more significant than the shorter term timeframe. So let's see what's happening on the weekly chart. And again, this is on CoinMarketCap. I'm using CoinTrader. They have free trading tools and everything. You can see all the different EMAs that I've got, but I've made some of them, I've hidden some of them because I don't really need so many for this. And again, here's that blue line. And we want a weekly close at least above, I suppose, $19,500. And that will confirm that we've broken this trend line on the weekly. But also there's this this range here, this support line, which I'm taking back to about here, which is February 2019. And we do want it to break above that, to stay above that. And that's at about $20,376 roughly, like $20,300, $400 or so. So we want it to break above that and close above that. But also look and see here, there's a little double bottom, you know, with a low here and a low here. Now, before we look on the daily chart, just one more thing. I changed the background because I think it's actually clearer on a white background. Just want to show you this, that Bitcoin is below the 200 EMA on the weekly, and also the 100, which is this purple line, and also the 50. So the other significant resistance point on a weekly point is about $25,000. So again, if it breaks above $25,000, but what it might do is retest this high, go back down. If it breaks through, then it's likely to go beyond this as well, which would be more confirmation of the return of the bull market. Let me change this again, change it white background. Here you go. All right, so now on the daily, you can see that it's just touching the 200 daily. And we do have the double bottom here, going from here to here. Now, double bottoms are a bullish pattern. We've had an increase in volume, so the breakout does have some strength. But on the RSI, it's looking a little bit oversold. Let me see about making that a little bit stronger and clearer. Now, what you got to know about me is I don't trade, I hodl. So don't take any of this as investment advice. But I do keep picking up. And one of the ways that I keep picking up more and more crypto is by using the staking and the pooling rewards from Osmo, which will now pick up in terms of dollar value. And I did a whole series of videos where I talk about those, that whole ecosystem and how to pool and how to stake and how to claim. And I'll link to that playlist in the description below, and you can find all of that on my Odyssey channel. Okay, so the RSA is in oversold territory, so we may have a retracement at the 200, but we want it to break above the 200 daily EMA, which is about 21,000, and then to close above it. And again, that's just showing more and more strength. But of course, nothing ever rises in a straight line, just like nothing ever falls in a straight line. Let's have a look at the 4-hour. Although, you know, I suppose if you can do a short-term trade. Oh, there you go. There you go. It dropped back from the 200 daily EMA. So let's see, because it's been quite a parabolic move upwards because it's above all the significant EMAs. Let me see if I can bring in some others. There's the 10, there's the 15, there's the 5. Yeah, it's above all the EMA indicators. RSI trending downwards. So we might have some retracement. And here's the 5 EMA. Let's see if that will hold, and then the 10, then the 20. And I think maybe the 20, maybe going back down to 19 or 20,000 thereabouts. We shall see. I want to show you this. This I found on Twitter, and please do follow me on Twitter, CryptoRichYT. And this chart shows what has happened at the end of previous bear markets on the 1st of January. That's where the price was, and then up and up and up it goes. And then here on the 2015 on the 1st of January goes sideways, and then up and up and up. 2018, 1st of January, up and up and up. That's a 3-year difference. This is a 5-year difference, and that's a 3-year difference. So we're a little bit late this year, but that could be because of the disruption caused by lockdowns, because that just messed everything up. It changed everything in the from a fundamental point of view. The other thing that I want to say, if you're not aware of this, be useful, which is that Bitcoin's price movements have a 4-year cycle, because every 4 years there's the halving, which means the new supply that comes on is halved. So at first it started with 50 Bitcoins being born every 10 minutes, and then it halved 4 years later to 25 Bitcoin every 4 minutes, and then it halved 4 years later to 12.5 Bitcoin coming online every 4 years. Every 10 minutes, not every 4 years. And now it's 6.25 Bitcoins being born, new Bitcoins being mined every 10 minutes. And in 2024, it'll halve again to 3.125 Bitcoins being born every 10 minutes, being mined, new ones, new supply coming online. And what that does is it gives a cyclical shape to the Bitcoin price cycle. So traditionally what happens, Bitcoin goes up for 2 years, for the year before the halving, for the year during the halving, and a year after the halving. And then it goes into a bear market for a year. So 1 year bear market, 3 years bull market. That's what's happened in its short 12, 13-year history. And it's also, well, likely to happen this time round as well in the next halving in 2024. So we're looking at 3 years of upward trending before it reaches the next peak and then crashes. Now, where do you think the next peak is going to be? Why do you think Bitcoin is going up right now? And I'll tell you why I think it's going up right now. Let me know in the comments below. And please do share this video, spread the word, and start picking up a little. Keep stacking those sats. That's it. Keep stacking those sats. Also, why? So some friends and cousins asked me, why do I think the price is rallying? Well, I think there's a few factors at cause. And if you think there's anything else, let me know in the comments below. So one, because there's an expectation that the Federal Reserve will pivot and not raise interest rates at the next FOMC meeting, which I think is in February. Now, I don't agree with that. And why I don't agree with that is because I've been swayed by Tom Luongo's arguments that the Federal Reserve aren't fighting inflation. People think the Federal Reserve is raising rates to fight inflation. The Federal Reserve is raising rates in order to wrestle away control of the dollar's interest rate by draining the euro-dollar market. And there's 10 times more dollars outside the US than there are in the US. And the interest rates are currently determined by LIBOR, which is a European mechanism. And that's going to end in June this year. And the Federal Reserve is going to be using SOFR to determine the interest rates. And that's a domestic process. So that's why they're draining the capital from Europe to the US. So the dollar is going to get stronger, especially against the pound and the euro and other fiat currencies. The pound and euro, because they're going to affect me the most. And what that's going to do is that's going to increase energy costs for European nations, because they're going to have to pay for that in dollars. And the dollar's getting more expensive. The EU is in such a bad situation. It's such a bad situation with its zombie banking system. They really can't do anything to rescue the euro. So the euro will continue to decline this year, in my opinion. And as the euro declines, then imports, including energy, will get more expensive. And as energy gets more expensive, everything else gets more expensive. So anyway, the market thinks that the Fed will stop raising because they think it's about inflation, and therefore, okay, against static or lowering inflation rates, then Bitcoin looks more attractive. That's one. Then the other is, I think, because Bitcoin and silver and gold have been rising, and they've been rising as safe haven assets, gold in particular, because we have war brewing. You know, that's not getting any better in Ukraine, just more and more people dying and more money being spent on killing machines. So I think that has part of it. Sorry, that has something to do with it. That has part of it. Terrible, terrible English. Let me just check something else for a moment. And then the other reason why Bitcoin's going up is because of its 4-year cycle. That's, as I said earlier. So that's it. Let me know what you think. If you have comments or questions, let me know in the description below. This video will be on YouTube, but there's so many of my videos that aren't on YouTube because of YouTube's rather touchy, censorious, tyrannical, authoritarian nature. And one of my videos recently on YouTube got deleted by YouTube because they said I violated their policies because I would dare to suggest that a certain medical procedure may not be as safe and effective as has been made out. Anyway, please do subscribe to my Odyssey channel. And between now and when I see you next, please keep filling your pockets with crypto profits. This is Crypto Rich signing out. All the best. Bye-bye.